So if I put you in a hypothetical scenario, let's say that you are an investor, you are a person watching these video series here in Europe or
Yep.
Germany, for example,
Hmm.
and having not much acquaintance with mining exploration, how
Yes.
would you perceive Amex? What would be the KPIs which you will use to analyze the company, the stock, and what would be your way to say, okay, this is a good company. This is a company I want to get acquainted with.
Yeah. So when you look at what's going on with Amex right now, depending the season, we always have between 7 to 10 drills that are turning. Over the winter, we had 10 drills consistently, and you know what that does? It brings a lot of news flow. So you will consistently have news flow. So as an investor sitting out in Europe or anywhere else in the world, you will be getting a consistent and positive news flow that's we've been delivering. So at that point, you'll be able to make your own analysis and and look at the consistency of the results that we've been putting out. And again, you've been having some super high grade results from the what we call the high grade zone, and also I mean basically I concentrated on those two zones. We do have four other gold zones on there. So you've got the Denise zone, you've got the high grade zone, you've got the Grey Cat zone, you've got the Gratien zone, and there's also a polymetallic zone. When you look at this project, there's two main faults that are running through the project, which are about 7 to 8 kilometers each. There's another set of faults that are also running through the middle of that. And when you look at it, I mean, you're looking at 20 plus kilometers of major faults and secondary faults that are running through the project. To this point, we've only really explored about 3.5 kilometers on it. So when you look at the potential, so if you look at our PowerPoint presentation and you look at the potential of this project, it's really huge when you're looking at what we've done today and what could actually come of this. From the financing side, we're still sitting with an excess of over $20 million in the bank right now. So there's no need to finance anytime soon. So when you really look at it, you've got a great project. You've got 10 drills that are turning, which you will get a lot of news flow on a regular basis, and plus we're well financed. So I think it's something really compelling that it could motivate it can motivate people, and it's something compelling that they should be looking at.
Got it. So as Victor, you know that this series which we are creating here at CM Equity is also to educate people about mining exploration.
Yeah.
So maybe if you shed some light on what kind of drilling methods are you guys using? Is it the diamond drilling, or it's some other ways for some kind of a little bit education learning for our investors or for the viewers to know more about the exploration, what is happening up there?
Sure. At this point, it's all diamond drilling. We do get core that comes out. Again, if you go on our site, we do have nice pictures on it, and you can see the type of core that comes out, and you see a lot of. I mean, the nature of the gold here is quite visible. We do pull out a lot of visible gold, especially in the high grade zone. We've used different geophysical tools in order to help us with our targeting.
Yeah.
So like one of them, we've done a drone mag in 2019. And we've had the targets that have come out from our mag drone. On top of it, all the other information that we've had from the past drilling. So once you're doing the drilling, it gives you a lot of information, along with you use some geophysical tools. And our success ratio has really been good. We've identified the gold in a lot of drill holes. Like our percentage of finding gold on every drill is quite significant. We have over 100 drill holes that have intersected gold mineralization greater than 10 grams of gold per ton or more over variable widths. So it's quite impressive. This is quite an impressive project.
Got it. No, thank you so much once again for giving us a big overview and also telling us about the team, about the story, how things are evolving. And before I summarize everything and close it, one part of questions I always ask all my interview partners is that how they started in the field of geology and mining. It would be very interesting for us to know how Victor, who was 16, 17 years old, ended up becoming a geologist and then pursuing the exploration, mining, and all this scope. So what motivated you to enter this field?
Well, I love the field, so I'm not a geologist. I'm a finance person,
Oh, okay.
and this field has always intrigued me.
Hmm.
And I've been involved in different projects or resource projects. It's always interested me. So what I've done is I've always surrounded myself and built teams of some of the best in the field. Like for example, Jacques Trotz. Not only this is his third mine that he's finding, he's also got a PhD in economic geology. He's got his master's in geochemistry. The geological team that we've hired, they have a PhD in structural geology. I always believe this is not one person. This is done in a team.
Yeah.
And you try to put together the best team. And when we brought Kelly over, he's a geologist, so he was one of the guys that was responsible for the 58 North discovery. So, and it's in the same type of geology. It's the Abitibi Greenstone Belt. So what better can you ask for, right? You put in a team of mine finders, and you make sure that you've got a team that can actually finance their projects, and bingo, you got yourself a discovery.
Perfect. Now, again, with a strong team from the geological background, from mining exploration, and then strong team from your end and your other team for with capital market experience, I think that sums up to a best merger of expertise in the technical side and also expertise in the financial side. So that really shows that the company has a big potential in the future. So if I ask you to now conclude and present a message for all the viewers, especially your viewers here in Europe, what would be your message?
Well, to stay tuned and listen to our press releases that will be coming out on a regular basis. We have press releases coming out almost on a week, every 2 weeks. We've been being able to come out with every 2 to 3 weeks. The labs, that's what we used to come out with in the past. Then the labs got really slow, and now the labs are starting to catch up. So, every 2 to 3 weeks you will be seeing, some kind of news, some kind of press release on some of the results on infill drilling and exploration drilling on some of the known zones. But what's really exciting also is not only we're expanding and what you have here is already mined. We're hoping that we can find multiple mines on this project and with different styles of mineralization. There is a polymetallic which would be of a VMS style that was it's what we call the central polymetallic zone, and hopefully we will be finding more gold zones and maybe even more VMS zones. So that's what we're really stay tuned for that, because there's going to be a lot of news with 10 drills turning. You can expect a lot of news flow that will be coming out.
Perfect. And we will be again joining in with you, Victor, in next 2 to 2.5 months to get
Great.
more updates and also to inform our viewers how the story is evolving and again how your optimism level is changing at that point. So once again, thank you so much for being with us and being part of this series. And we will be keeping our viewers posted for all the information. You can always visit Amex website. You can visit CM Equity Liquidity Services website for Amex, and we will be keeping you all posted. Thank you so much.